Welcome to Profound Frivolity. We're your hosts, Dustin,
Oren,
and Gray.
And in this podcast, we're going to be telling stories that you didn't know you wanted to hear.
So grab a drink.
And some good and plenty.
Because this is Profound Frivolity.
Welcome back to yet another episode of Profound Frivolity. We're your hosts, and today we are going to be telling scary stories.
Woo!
Yes.
Woo, yes.
Yes to the woo-woo.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
these... we don't say woo-woo.
We don't say that here, kid.
We're going to be reading some of them. So, these stories are all made up. Excuse me, Gray is going to be reading them.
I'm going to read, like, all of them.
Me and Oren are illiterate.
I'm not
No.
illiterate.
Oren-
I just need to get a genuine reaction.
Yeah, so-
and you are illiterate.
Both Dustin and
Okay,
I have
yeah,
already
my
read
bad.
these stories, just to make sure they weren't, like, going to be either crap or, like, that's not good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's basically...
But I'm ignorant.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we want to get his reaction.
And I haven't read some of these. And
Really?
yeah.
I think you read all.
I might have.
He didn't read
Well,
any. He's
anyway,
illiterate.
he can't read,
Yeah.
and
No.
I can, so...
But it was a while ago.
Yes.
Yeah, we went over these
yes.
like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, we're gonna be reading these, and sorry, oh my goodness, we're gonna be listening to Gray read these.
That's alright!
And then if we have any of our own scary stories that we're like, oh yeah, that kind of reminds me of something, then we can pop in and like,
Yeah.
share that
Oh,
story.
murder! Oh, I've got
Oh
a story!
yeah. Yeah,
I remember
speaking
this
of
one time.
murder-
I was being so goofy.
It was so silly.
I
and
pulled
she, like,
oopsie.
died. It was, you know. That got dark really quick.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so read the title of the story and then just read the story.
Okay, well,
Because that's how reading
that's how
works.
it goes.
I
Also, the website is called scoopwhoop.com.
Scoop whoop.
Scoop as an ice cream scoop, and then whoop
As in whoop whoop.
as
Yeah.
in
No,
whoop.
more than whop.com.
No.
It's
No.
scoopwhop.com.
Here, guys. I'm gonna spell.
Okay.
Oh, that's scary.
SCOOPWHOOP
Dot
period
com.
COM.
Yes.
Wow.
Anyway,
I wish I could do that.
this story is called New Old House. I guess you'll find out why.
Yeah.
I hope so.
We bought an old house, my friend and I. He's in charge of the new construction, converting the kitchen into the master bedroom, for instance, while I'm on wallpaper removal duty. The previous owner papered every wall and ceiling. Removing is brutal, but
I've been in a
oddly
house like that.
satisfying.
Oh, yeah, we had to take off all the wallpaper at my old house
Yeah.
when we moved.
The house we moved into here too was like there was really gross wallpaper all over the place.
Yeah. Didn't somebody die in that house?
I don't know.
Wasn't it,
Maybe?
like, two old people?
Mom, you listen to this. Tell me if someone died in our house because I won't remember to ask you later.
Yes, sweetie!
She's like into shit with us.
Like an
oh
old
yeah.
person or something.
I thought I remember somebody saying. Okay, wait. Oh, this is a tangent. Yeah, continue with the story.
The best feeling is getting a long peel, similar to your skin when you're peeling from a sunburn.
Like a hangnail.
I don't know about you, but I kind of make a game of peeling, on the hunt for the longest piece before it rips. Under a corner section of the paper in every room is a person's name and date.
This lady scares me.
Curiosity got the best of me one night when I googled one of the names and discovered the person was actually a missing person. The missing date matched the date under the wallpaper. The next day, I made a list of all the names and dates. Sure enough, each name was for a missing person with dates to match. We notified the police, who naturally sent out a crime scene team. I overheard one text say, "Yep, it's human." Human? What's human? Ma'am, where's the material you removed from the walls already?
Oh.
This isn't wallpaper you were removing.
Oh. That's good. I like when they turn it around on you really fast.
That's
Yes.
what most of these are. They're like when the last sentence is
Yeah.
what gets you.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys have wallpaper?
It
in
really
your house?
was like peeling your skin after a
Yeah.
sunburn.
I know. Also, we said this at the beginning of our previous scary story episode.
Mm-hmm.
If you are listening to this, like, while you're doing your chores or in the middle of the day or whatever, pause right now. You just heard a taste of what this episode is going to be like. So just pause it. And
That's
then,
not even the best one.
Yeah, that's not even the best one. So when you're going to bed or when it's dark outside and you're
We don't want them
taking
to
your evening
forget and
walk,
just never listen to it. So either go bundle up in your room with all the lights off right now, or don't forget. Don't forget about
Don't
it.
forget
Set an
about us.
alarm to listen to us.
Yes.
Tonight at 3 a.m. Because you
3
should
a.m.
never do anything at 3 a.m. or else the police will be called.
Actually, I
Among-
started waking up at 3 a.m. like every single day for like a month, and I looked it up once, and it was like 3 a.m. is the witching hour. If you wake up at 3 a.m., you're a witch. And I'm like, I
And you
know
were
it.
born on Halloween, too, so...
Obviously,
Yeah,
I didn't
Gray
believe
was
it.
literally born on Halloween,
Yeah.
which is
So-
pretty cool.
So everybody dresses up for her birthday.
Yes,
Her birthday's a costume
That-
party
It's
every
a national
day.
holiday.
Everybody gets dessert. Her birthday's a national holiday, so yeah. Halloween,
You're
don't forget to
welcome.
send her a birthday card.
Yeah, Halloween.
Yeah.
Gosh, you forgot me last year.
Okay.
Anyway,
That was good. That was good. That was good.
Yeah. This one has like a couple curse words in it, so if I'm like halting, that's because I'm skipping over them. See,
Oh my goodness.
just kidding.
Like 4. See? Look at it.
See, look at this one. No. Everyone loves the first day of school, right? New year, new
No.
classes, new friends. It's a day full of potential and hope, before all the dreary depressions of reality show up and ruin all the fun.
Whoa.
I like the first day of school for a different reason, though. You see, I have a sort of power. When I look
Oh.
at people, I can
She's not
sense-
like other girls.
I'm not like... I'm built different!
Oh! You guys, you're hurting me.
I can sense a sort of aura around people. A colored outline based on how long that person has to live. Most everyone I meet around my age is surrounded by a solid green hue, which means they have plenty of time left to live. A fair amount of them have an orangey-yellow tinge around their auras, which tends to mean a car crash or some other tragedy, and anything that takes people before their time, as they say. The real fun is when the auras venture into the red end of the spectrum, though.
Why
The
is
real
it
fun.
real fun?
Every
No.
now and again, I'll see someone who's basically a walking stoplight. Those are the ones who get murdered. It's such a rush to see them, and I know their time is numbered. With that in mind, I always get to class very early so I can scout out my classmates' fates. The first kid who walked in was basically radiating red.
Ooh.
I chuckled to myself.
This person is sick.
Too bad, bro.
What?
But as people kept walking in, they all had the same intense glow. I finally caught a glimpse of my rose-tinted reflection in the window, but I was
Uh-oh.
too stunned to move. Our professor stepped in and locked the door. His aura was a sickening shade of green.
Oh no. Oh. That's
That one. Yeah.
This one's good. This next one is kind of like, oh
Uh,
my gosh!
Double. Oh, I did not like the last one.
no.
It wasn't like
It's not
super,
like
super
creepy.
scary.
The whole thing was
It's
just like, ew. Why is she like that?
No.
I don't know why I'm assuming it's a girl. I don't know.
It's because I read it, probably.
Maybe. I don't know.
This one.
And guys aren't that sick. No,
What?
just kidding. We're way sicker. We're built.
Ah!
I can't even finish that sentence.
Sick as in Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
You know, like that's sick, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Not like mentally ill like me.
No, like a murderer.
You're not
you
like
know?
other boys.
I'm not.
Please, please. Okay,
I'm built.
this one. Oh my gosh. Okay.
We're gonna change the title to meme episode.
Meme. No. My daughter woke me up around 11:50 last night. My wife and I had picked her up from her friend Sally's birthday party, brought her home, and put her to bed. My wife went into the bedroom to read while I fell asleep watching the Braves game. "Daddy," she whispered, tugging my shirt sleeve, "guess how old I'm going to be next month?" "I don't know, Beauty," I said, as I slipped on my glasses. "How old?" She smiled and held up 4 fingers. "It's 7:30 now. My wife and I have been up for almost 8 hours, and she still refuses to tell us where she got them.
The Four Fingers.
Oh no.
The first time I read that, I was
Poor
like, got what? And then I was like, oh my gosh.
Wait, read that last part again.
Alright. I don't know, Beauty, I said as I slipped on my glasses. How old? She smiled and held up 4 fingers. It's 7:30 now. My wife and I have been up for almost 8 hours, and she still refuses to tell us where she got them.
No.
Yeah, poor Sally.
Oh my
Happy
goodness.
birthday.
Ew.
Hey, you remember that one time when we were...
What?
Kind of out of the blue. That was kind of out of the
Cutting
blue.
out people's fingers?
No. We were telling scary stories to our younger brothers, and we were in your room. We had this, like, tent.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Oh,
storming
yeah.
outside, and we were telling Red Ribbon.
Uh-huh.
So, here. how
Well,
about
should I tell it?
yeah, let's just tell Red Ribbon. It's not super scary, but, like, tell it to one of your younger siblings, like, in the dark during a thunderstorm, and
Yeah.
maybe God will, grant you with the perfectly timed thunderbolt like us.
Like he did us. We're like, thank you. Oh yeah, it was great. I mean, I'm not gonna tell the full story.
Yeah, don't tell the full story, but, like,
But-
it pretty much ends off with this guy taking this red ribbon off of a girl's neck.
Anyway,
What?
it's about a girl who's always wearing a ribbon around her neck. Always. And, there's a little bit of second grade romance, and he's like, where do you always wear that ribbon? And, she's like, oh, I do it because I have to. And he's like, what do you mean? She's like, well, maybe I'll tell you later. Fast forward like a bajillion years. They're married. She still hasn't told him. And one night, he takes it off while she's sleeping. And her head fell off.
And lightning strikes
Yes.
right then.
We're telling
Literally,
our cousin-
our brothers scream, running out of the room,
It
and
was-
we're both scared too, because we're like, what happened?
I wasn't scared.
Oh, I was.
It was great. We
Yes.
still talk about
I
it.
wasn't scared.
You weren't.
You weren't there. You weren't born yet, dude.
I was born yet. I am.
I was
older than
both
both of you.
Is that a surprise to anybody? I bet people thought that you were the oldest, Gray.
Oh yeah.
They
You sound
probably
the
did.
oldest. Yeah.
They knew I was older than you, though.
Yeah. I sound
Yeah.
the youngest. But
It
that's
goes
fine.
Oren, Gray, Dustin.
Mhm.
Age-wise.
Yeah.
Dustin's our baby.
What?
The baby. The baby. No.
And now we're taking a break.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And I really can't recommend these guys enough. This is what we in the shed personally use. And when we record, we do it right off of Anchor. So when I get inside to edit, it's already there. It's amazing. So again, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome back from the break. Yes. Okay, we're just gonna go into the next story.
This one's actually my favorite. I read this while we were going over them, and I honestly, I literally, shivered.
Oh yeah, she got chills. I didn't
I-
get it for the while. And
Yeah,
I was
I
"Hey, why
read
is
it
this
to him, and he was like, what? And I read it to him 5 more times, and he was like, what? Oh.
Oh, that's what it's
So I'm gonna read it slowly, so hopefully
for us illiterates.
And if Oren doesn't get it, then I'll
that's a
assume
you
that y'all
problem.
didn't either, and I'll explain, whatever. Okay. I don't know why I looked up, but when I did, I saw him there. He stood against my window, his forehead resting against the glass. His eyes were still and light. He smiled a lipstick-red, cartoonish grin, and he just stood there, in the window. My wife was upstairs sleeping, my son was in his crib. I couldn't move. I froze and watched him looking past me through the glass. Oh, please no. His smile never moved, but he put a hand up and slid it down the glass, watching me. With matted hair and yellow skin, and a face through the window, I couldn't do anything. I just stayed there, frozen, feet still in the bushes I was pruning, looking into my home as he stood against my window.
Oh no!
It sets it up so it's like, oh, the guy's outside. Nope, he's inside.
Oh, that was good.
I know. The imagery, oh my gosh, of his face and his matted yellow hair.
Ew.
His skin was yellow.
Well, his hair is
His
yellow.
matted
too.
skin.
Ew. Oh no, matted hair and yellow skin. Oh,
Yeah, Gray.
my bad.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna
Yeah.
interrupt.
So scary.
Because I've got a scary story I'm gonna tell.
Oh, okay.
It's not a true one, but that's okay.
Oh, alright.
It's a scary story that in our, I almost said culture.
Oh, what's the
In our
In our age.
Community?
community, in pretty much just between me and Grace's family.
Oh, okay.
We're cousins. It's a legendary story.
It is.
It is
I'm
called
not cousins.
Swish, 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 Swish. That's what it's called.
A sweat.
Swish,
Wait,
swish,
what?
swish.
Yes.
I don't even remember, so go ahead.
You'll remember. Okay, so,
Okay.
pardon me if I butcher this story. It's been a couple of years since I've
My
told
dad's
it.
going to be like, that's not how that goes!
No, your dad's totally gonna be like that. He's gonna pull me aside and be like, this is how you tell the story.
My dad is a professional storyteller.
Essentially we are too. Okay, so,
Oh, actually, though, that's kind of true.
alright. So
on.
once upon a time, there was this husband and wife, right? They had just got back from their honeymoon, and they're driving back to their farmhouse. Okay, this farmhouse is in kind of a deserty area, right? There's not a lot of other houses around here, okay? They own acres and acres of land, so they only have a few neighbors that they know, okay? So they're driving down, okay? So they're driving down this dirt road, right? This rocky dirt road. There's only, there's some shrubbery on the
Rocky
side.
road.
There's a few dead trees and stuff.
Shrubbery.
Right? So, let's say Jeff, okay? Jeff. No.
Bro, this is not how you tell a story.
Tom, yeah, it is. Tom is the one driving. He's the husband. And Sarah is his wife.
Ew.
Okay, so
Nothing
Tom
wrong with the
is-
name Sarah, but those are like literally the most.
the most common.
Except like Mary and John.
Okay, so I was actually gonna say Mary and John. I'm not even joking. I am not even joking. Okay, so
Okay,
right, Tom.
Sarah and Tom.
Tom is driving. He's going down this road, right? And all of a sudden, chunk, something hits his tire, and it pops,
Chunk.
and he hears, and he goes to the ditch and hits a tree.
Whoa.
Not a tree.
Yeah. And he's like, whoa, okay, Sarah, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine, but what are we gonna do? Like, we don't have a spare tire. Our house isn't for a couple more miles. He's like, it's gonna be okay. Like, it's the middle of the night, but still, like, we'll be okay. So he gets out and he recognizes the tree. He's like, oh, I remember this tree. Yeah. So he grew up on this farm, by the way. It's a
This
family farm.
this one's made out of wood, guys.
This is a wooden tree. Didn't know they made those these
You almost made
days.
me spit out my water all over my phone.
I remember this one.
It's made out of wood. Okay, be quiet. This is not a funny story. It's a scary story.
Okay,
Okay.
well,
Okay, so anyway, right? He gets out. He's like, oh, I remember this tree. He's like, wait, this is Bill's tree. Oh, so he looks and he sees Bill's farm. Okay, Bill was his neighbor, but like someone who lived close to him, a couple miles away. Right? He's like, Bill will help. Okay, I know he's got a tractor. He has all these tires. One of them is bound to fit. So he gets back in the car. And he goes, not tractor tires, but just tires.
oh,
in
okay, it was
general.
like that. What?
No, we're not gonna put a tractor tire.
On
Just
their
say
You
car.
see a small convertible with tractor tires.
no. So they're generally like an SUV or something.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, hey, I'm gonna go over to Bill's house, right? Bill's farm. I'm gonna go get the tools and a tire, and I'll be right back. Just stay in the car, okay? Like, lock the doors. Just stay in the car. I'll be right back. All right. So she's like, okay, cool. So she locks the doors. And she looks at the window as he slowly fades into darkness because she can't see him because it's dark outside.
Oh my gosh, just tell the story!
So then, right? So she's like, man, it's been like 30 minutes and he isn't back yet. Maybe they're just like, trying to find tires. Maybe Bill isn't there, so he's trying to get to his garage or something. So
Maybe he's dead.
So she goes into the back seat, and she lays down, and she falls asleep. Okay, so she wakes up, and the car's off. She's like, I didn't remember turning the car off. She tries to turn it on, but it's not working. Like, not even
the battery died.
Yeah, the battery is just dead. So she's like, okay, I don't know what time it is. I've probably been sleeping for at most an hour, but, like, where's Tom? So she just sits in his car for hours and hours because she remembers I'm not supposed to get out of the car. She's like, Tom told me to just stay in here and lock the doors because this isn't exactly the most friendly neighborhood, most friendly area. So she's like, I'm just gonna wait. Okay, Tom's fine. He's gonna come. Maybe I don't know. He got stuck or something in a ditch. Okay, so it's still really dark outside, and hours have gone by. She's like, okay, it's gotta be morning, and slowly the sun starts to rise, but all she sees through the windows is this red tint. It's like her windows are now this weird red glass.
Almost like they're covered in blood or something.
Whoa.
That's
Come on, Gray. Come on, Gray.
Bro, nobody's not gonna be like,
Why
would
man,
there be a red tint?
switch
That
their
doesn't
red
make
windows.
any sense.
Okay, so just be quiet. Okay, I'm telling the story. Okay. Alright.
This is
So,
5
okay.
minutes.
So, she's like, oh, wait, why is there blood on my windows? Right? And then she hears swish, 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 swish on the front of her car. Right? Okay. So she's like, whoa, what's that? And she hears sirens. She's like, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. And she hears a car stop behind her. And somebody gets out and knocks on the window. And they goes, anybody in there? She's like, yes, I'm in here. And she's crying. She's being frantic, right? And a policeman knocks the door handle off and opens the door.
Did he just open the door?
The door's locked.
Why would the chicken just unlock the door?
I don't know. She didn't, okay? He knocks the door handle off and opens the door. Because that's how doors work. So he's like, come out, ma'am.
Wait, but
And
there's
she
no door handle.
Okay, so she steps out and he takes his hat off and covers her eyes with it. And she's confused about why he did that. But as he takes her back to his car, she turns around and gets a look. And guess what?
He's hanging from Bob's tree over her car. I've heard this story before.
Yes.
That was
And the swish
terrible.
swish was his foot against the car. Isn't this such a good story?
That was so
It
bad.
maybe would have been if you told it better. I'm so sorry.
No, it was Gray's fault. It was.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
That's like a 3-minute story usually.
And then you just turned it into 7.
No.
7 minutes.
Yeah, but
and a half.
But I gave like some
Okay,
good detail.
But not important details.
Yeah. Yes, I did. Like maybe he could have got stuck in a ditch.
Yeah.
Okay, Thomas.
You even forgot the part where, like, they hear over the radio that there's a serial killer on the loose. That's the important part of the story.
I totally forgot about that. No, wait, but Bill killed him.
He is the serial eater.
Okay, I think
That was terrible.
it was a really good story. Leave in the comments if it was a good story or not. I think it was. You guys just recently have hating my story.
You guys you're just like, and then, but, right? Yeah, that's, And then,
Okay, then read your stories. If they're
okay! I will. This one's like 5 seconds long.
It's
but
a 2-sentence horror story.
Still
These are
good.
kind of cool.
I told her there was no monster in her closet as I picked her up. I told her she could sleep with us tonight. I figured that was the safest way. Sorry, there was a typo and it totally messed me up. I figured that was the safest way of getting her out of the house without him realizing I saw him.
I still believe my story's better.
Well, okay, I did mess up with that one, but it's not my fault.
That one's kind of good. So if you didn't catch it, there's a guy in her closet.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I know.
Last night, a friend rushed me out of the house to catch an opening act at a local bar's music night. After a little while, I realized my phone wasn't in my pocket. I checked the table we were sitting at, the bar, the bathrooms, and after no luck, I used my friend's phone to call mine. After 2 rings, someone answered and gave out a low, raspy giggle and hung up. They didn't answer again. I eventually gave up as a lost cause and headed home. I found my phone laying on my nightstand right where I left it.
Oh, no.
That makes me uncomfy.
Alright, we got one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Little Emily vanished last year. Now they're pouring new sidewalks in the neighborhood, and I found her name in wet cement, written in remembrance, I guess. But it was written in reverse, and from below.
Oh. Oh, no. That one's not as scary, but it's almost funny because she's obviously not in bad shape if she's writing her name in the concrete. But she's also in the concrete. Anyway,
I think that's gonna end it for this
ended a little weak, but whatever.
episode.
I've got another one.
You got
Oh, you
another
do?
one? Is it good?
Yeah.
All right, let's do.
Let's end stronger. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
He awoke to the huge insect-like creature looming over his bed and screamed his lungs out. They hastily left the room and stayed up all night, shaking and wondering if it had been a dream. The next morning there was a tap on the door. Gathering his courage, he opened to see them gently place a plate filled with fried breakfast on the floor, then retreat to a safe distance. Bewildered, he accepted the gift. The creatures chittered excitedly. This happened every day for weeks. At first, he was worried.
You just slapped me.
You're being noisy, so I smacked him.
I was doing sound effects.
That was...
Bug shooting.
Okay, whatever. At first, he was worried they were fattening him up, but after a particularly greasy breakfast left him clutching his chest from heartburn, they replaced it with fresh fruit.
Why does that mean that they're not fattening him up?
Because he probably assumed that if they were fattening him up, they'd be giving him food that'd make him, fat.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they give him fruit.
Oh, that
and
makes sense.
Fruit immediately reduces body weight as soon as you eat it.
Immediately.
Wow, that's how it works.
Yeah, it is. That's how health works.
Science with Oren!
Yeah!
Where was I? Oh, okay.
Bug chittering.
We can...
That's really good bug chittering. Yeah, both of them. Okay, ready. Keep telling the story.
But there's no other... Okay, whatever. Okay, actually...
Yeah, that's really good.
That's terrible. As well as cooking, they poured him hot, steamy baths for him and even tucked him when he went into bed. It was bizarre. I didn't get to read over this one.
It's fine. With editing, this will be good.
Okay. It was bizarre. One night he awoke to gunshots and screaming.
Just keep telling the story. I'm sound effects.
He raced downstairs to find a decapitated burglar being devoured by the insects. He was sickened, but disposed of the remains as best he could, meaning he threw up and got rid of the barf or whatever. He knew they had just been protecting him. One morning, the creatures wouldn't let him leave his room. He lay down confused, but trusting, as they ushered him back to bed. Whatever their motives, they weren't going to hurt him. Oh my gosh. Whatever their motives, they weren't going to hurt him. Hours later, a burning pain spread through his body. It felt like his stomach was filled with razor wire. The insects chittered as he spasmed and moaned. It was only when he felt the terrible squirming beneath his skin that he realized the insects hadn't been protecting him. They had been protecting their young.
Oh. Good. We ended strong. That was good.
Especially with my sound effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the highlight of the story.
Yeah,
Sure.
I like bugs, but parasitic bugs. I guess it'd be weird if I did like those.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my favorite bugs are the
Parasites.
parasitic ones.
Like
Those are
lice.
really cool.
I love head lice.
Oh,
My
you're
favorite.
so cute. I've got a little lice.
A collection in my hair. Do you want some?
Anyway.
Yeah.
There
That
we
will
go.
end it for this episode. This was a requested episode. So thank you for requesting them. And if you want to request more, our email is in the description.
And on Discord.
And on Discord and our socials like Twitter and YouTube.
Social.
So we will see you.
Man.
So we will see you next week. Bye.